If you guys are looking for an unkillable Titan build, this is the one to be using. You will never die, even in Mythic content. This is definitely the best Titan build out there for survivability and the easiest to use in my opinion. So you're going to want to watch this video all the way till the end so you guys can master this build and become pretty much unkillable in Destiny 2. Now with that said, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and as always, let's jump straight into today's build. Right, so jumping into today's build, we are on Sunbreaker Titan. Now, Solar is probably the best subclass to be running this season, especially with the artifact mods, but this build right here is definitely the best in my opinion, just for the easiness of the build and how good it really is. So with that said, let's jump into it. So we are on Sunbreaker using the Hammer of Sol, so we can deal them ad clearing sort of scenarios in those mythic missions and deal some decent damage. Plus we're running a Rally Barricade, Strafe Lift. Now these can be whatever you prefer. Make sure you have Throwing Hammer, it is the best one, trust me, you can deal some good damage this season with this. And then we have Thermite Grenade, it's up to you if you guys want to change that up. Then for your aspects we have Consecration. So while sliding, activate your charge melee ability to launch a wave of solar energy, scorching targets, and then obviously the solar and scorch targets do ignite. Then we have Sol Invictus, Solar ability final blows, Hammer of Sol impacts and defeating scorched targets, create sunspots, your abilities regenerate faster. So with this build, you're going to be getting your barricades back super quick, you're going to be getting pretty much everything back. So then we have Ember of Searing, Ember of Empyrean, Ember of Solace, Ember of Char, and Ember of Singeing. Now these synergize really well with the Solar class, making you radiant, creating those fire sprites. So it's definitely one you guys should be having. Then weapon wise, for me, I think this is one of the best guns in the game, the Min Retrograde. It is one of those weapons where if you put it on, especially in those mythic missions, it can fire at range, deal some crazy damage, and it will help you. Now weapon wise, the Sunshot works super well with today's builds. Now you can use it with Tommy's Macbook, but I just prefer the Sunshot. The amount of damage this weapon does at the minute, it is definitely in the top 5 PvE weapons in my opinion, and plus if you pair it with this build, you're going to deal some crazy damage as you'll see in the gameplay. So I would recommend having the Sunshot or any other solar weapon on. The Polaris Lance is good as well. So there's a few options right there. For your heavy, I'd recommend a solar machine gun or a solar rocket. This one right here is a really good one. I believe it's a Trials one, and I've got a decent roll on it. And trust me, this thing melts, especially with the build, and I'll show you later why. For your artifact mods, there are a couple you guys are going to want to run. Obviously anti-barrier, and that depends on what activity you are running. But you want this one, Flame, Fiber and Freeze. Diviner's Discount. Then you want Elemental Benevolence. Fever and Chill, so rapid precision hits with solar weapons grant radiant. Then we have Cauterized Darkness, Shoulder to Shoulder with Elemental Coalescence. Then we have Shield Crush, so that we have obviously Radiant. One we have Radiant, pretty much our grenade recharges faster, and Radiant Shrapnel needs to be on. So there's a lot of solar sort of bonuses this season which makes this build super good. Now stats wise, I mean, I've got a well-rounded stat build. I could be a little bit better. If you can get to 100 class, I would recommend it, especially in Mythics, which I believe we can, so we'll put that on right now, just so that you guys can see that one there, class. Because if you get over 100, you do get an overshield when you pop in your class ability, and it's just going to help you so much, especially in them high-end contents. So I'd recommend at least 100 class. And to be honest, I'd probably say Grenade is a really good one, especially with the bonus damage that we are going to be dealing. Now what makes this build super easy to use is this right here, the Lowlit Splendor Helmet. Now, as you can see, while you have a solar super equipped, casting your barricade or becoming critically wounded with full class ability energy creates a sunspot at your location. So pretty much this will heal you non-stop if you guys are running this, especially on those where you're on a mythic mission, you're about to die, this saves you so many times, as you'll see in the gameplay. As long as you're popping your barricade and staying behind it, you pretty much never really die, unless there is a lot of ads, especially on mythic. But normal activities, you guys are going to stay alive for a long time. We have got a weapons mod. I mean, you can put a super on, which is probably going to benefit us more to have double 100. So we're going to put that on right there. So we've got a super mod, harmonic siphon, special ammo finder, and heavy ammo finder, just so that we can get our ammo back super quickly. Then for the arms, we have a class mod, harmonic dexterity, and harmonic loader, so that we do have faster ready and store speed for our solar weapons. But if you guys want to build it around the grenade, you guys can, with obviously bolstering detonation, which is probably going to work a little bit better in some scenarios, and impact induction with a grenade font. Then for your chest piece, we have a class mod, arc resistance, solar resistance, and sniper damage. Like I said, this is going to depend on what activities you're running, what sort of ads you're running, so take this with a pinch of salt. If you guys are going to run different activities, you may need to swap this up, especially on those mythic missions. Then for the boots, what you guys need is a class mod with double weapon surge on solar. Trust me, this deals a lot of damage, especially when you're in them higher activities when you need it. The double weapon surge is really handy. I believe we can put one more mod on as well if there is anything. So yeah, we can even run obviously a movement or even recuperation for those extra health when orbs are created. And finally, we have a class mod, bomber, powerful attraction, and time dilation. Really good little setup, especially for the armor chargers. And as you can see, it automatically picks up them orbs of power, which is going to give us class ability energy as well. So that's pretty much the build, guys. All you have to do really is keep popping your barricade, getting your barricade as fast as you can, and staying alive. And to be honest, definitely one of the easiest builds out there, but one of the strongest at the same time. And as always, if you do enjoy today's build, leave a like, subscribe, and I will leave you with some gameplay right now.